Hey everybody, welcome back. I just wanted to help you out with some more of these levels. We've covered through 18. The last thing that you had to do was on slide 19, you wanted to write two expressions that include the accesses for each item that you're doing from this list, and also you want to figure out what each one evaluates to. So here's some examples if you can't remember. So you could use any random number and then, use addition and different elements in your list. All right. So the first thing, just if you're having trouble getting started, if you just click on this and make a copy, you can just hit Control C or just Control D will duplicate that. So if you want to make a couple, you can drag those over and then you can edit those. All right, so maybe you want to do, hold on. Maybe you want to do, it could be anything. Maybe you want to do 90 plus and then in here, maybe you want to, you can either put another value or you could say, remember you can grab an item from your list. All right. And just remember that these numbers here, we start with 0. That's how you're going to call it. So we have, I'm going to just add in a text box there. My numbers, make sure you write it as is with the camelback writing where you capitalize just numbers, no spaces. And then your brackets, your square brackets, plus, I don't know, we'll call element 1 here. All right, so then basically you have, and if you want, you don't have to use the sticky notes. You can just write what it would be. So that would basically be 90 plus, all right, element 1 is here, so 20 is using the index there, and that evaluates to 110. All right, that's it. It's just getting used to using this notation. All right, slide 20. All right, I'm actually going to first view it as a presentation here, so it's a little bit bigger. All right, so my list 1 assigns the value on the right to the index. Just like a variable assignment, the old value is thrown away and replaced. So if we look, here's your starting list. You have 10, 20, 25. That would look like this. What this first line is saying, you want to take my number with the index of 0 and change it to 5. So if you notice, it went from 10, 20, 25 to 5, 20, 25. You just replaced this one. You didn't replace anything else. All right. And so what do you think would happen if you run this line right here? If you run line 2? Well, you find this index here. So 2 is now going to become 30. Nothing else will change. So it'll be 5, 20, 30. Okay. So that's just one thing that could happen. There's a couple different things that we're going to talk about that can change your list. So that's just replacing a value that's in that spot. All right, so let's figure out what's going to happen here. So, and it might help if you write out what you have and change it. So here's the name of your list, My Stuff. It's 20, the word hat, the word pow, and then the number 5. My Stuff 1 is going to become cat. Now remember, 1 is not this one. It's 0, 1, 2, 3. So now it's going to be 20, cat, pow, 5. Nothing else changes. All right, and you're going to keep doing that. So I'm actually going to hit escape so I can actually just write on this. Oh, you can see what we're going to end up with, but let's walk through what that would look like. And for me, it helps to change it each time, so I'm not just memorizing, because it's easy to lose track, especially when you have a large list here. So I'm going to do some editing. So here's your initial list. All right, so term 1, and remember this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So term 1 is now going to become cat. So now your list is 20, cat, pow, 5. All right, now my stuff element 2, that's in the, which is, again, it's not the second one, it's actually the third, is going to be equal to my stuff 1. So now pow is also going to be cat. So now it's 0, cat, cat, 5. All right. So that one's done. Now for 0, which is 20, it's going to be my stuff 3. So the one that's in the third position here, the index of 3, plus 10. So that's 5 plus 10, which is 15, is now going to replace this 20. Because again, the third spot is right here. So it was 5 plus 10 is 15. So now we have 15, cat, cat, 5. All right, and finally, my stuff 3, so index 3 is going to be 0, which is 15 now, plus 0 again, which is also 15, and that's 30. So index 3 is going to now become 30. So now you can see that your list goes 15, cat, cat, 30. All right, so it's just like when we're coding, whatever's at the top is the very first thing or the background, and as you move down, it changes. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. All right, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to see if you can figure out what's going to happen here. So we have, and if you want, you can just follow along with me or pause it and see if you can figure it out for yourself. So the variable for your list is my stuff, and the initial list is dog, cat, 3, 10. So remember, it might help to label things. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. There's 4 elements. All right, and there's these, remember, each of these is an index, 0, 1, 2, 3. All right, so and whatever's in your brackets is the index. So you have your list, and this is the index value. And again, it always starts with 0, your starting amount. So this is saying my stuff 2 minus 1. Well, 2 minus 1 is 1. So that means this location, this cat, is now going to become tree. So now we're going to have dog, tree, 3, 10. And technically we should have our quotes there because they are words. All right, and then for this, all right, this is kind of weird. The index is my stuff 2. Well, my stuff 2, remember, 0, 1, 2. So this is index 2. So we're actually looking at my stuff. And the value of that item is 3. So we actually want to look at this last term and we want it to change to the same as my stuff 0. So we're going to change that to whatever's in the 0 location, which would be dog now. So now it's going to go dog, then tree, then 3, and then dog again. So again, there's some odd things that happen there, but it's just a matter of reading how it's written. All right, so for your initial list, you have dog, cat, 3, 10. It goes 0, 1, 2, 3 for each index. All right, so now index 1, because 2 minus 1 is 1, which is cat, is going to change to tree. So it went to dog, tree, 3, 10. Then this last one was kind of funky. My stuff, and then the index was my stuff too. Well, you had to find my stuff too first, which again, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so the value of that element is 3. So my stuff 3, which is this last element, is now changing to the same thing as my stuff 0, which is tree. Dog. So it goes dog, tree, 3, dog. A little tricky, but we'll be practicing with it. All right, so I'm actually going to stop the video there. Next, we're going to get into the different ways to change your list.